So Pixar's latest film, Hoppers, has been revealed and the trailer has dropped, and by God, it is boring and generic slop. This does not look remotely interesting, which is a giant shame because I actually love the premise. Who hasn't once thought what it would be like to talk to animals? That is a fun, plot you can do quite a lot with. Very basic, very simple, but it's one of those that you can stretch. Unfortunately, Pixar is on a bit of a losing streak, and I do not think this film will change that. Elio bombed at the box office, and nobody cared about it. It looked boring. The art style was uninspired. It just looked quite generic, considering it's out of space as well. It did not look great, and this film is no exception. This film looks pretty much exactly the same art style. The film looks to be going in the same vein as Elio, and I couldn't care less. The jokes was not hitting. They were boring. They were generic, and they were, forgive me for saying this, cringy. These jokes were so damn cringy. I don't know how anybody heard these jokes and laughed, especially the Avatar one. Ugh. There's nothing funny or even remotely charming about this. Pixar seriously has fallen off, and I am worried about the next Toy Story film because, on a real, Inside Out 2, yeah, it was pretty great. It was pretty fire. Toy Story 4 was absolute dog shit. It bastardized the entire franchise. It was dog shit. So yeah, I really am not looking forward to Hoppers, which is such a shame because as I said, I dug the premise for this film, but it just looks like slop. It looks like but it's so boring. It just looks like shit. I watched the trailer and I felt absolutely nothing other than boredom. That is the best word to describe this trailer. It looks boring. Nothing creative, nothing fun, and just pure slop. Something just to pad out their release schedule, and that's what it feels like. It's just they're throwing things at the wall, seeing what sticks, and nothing is sticking, unfortunately, and that is a real shame because I want original films. However, I am not wasting my hard-earned money to go and watch something that I feel looks embarrassingly boring. The whole argument of if you want original films, you must go and support them. Yeah, if they look bad, if they look boring, if they look like slop, I am not going and spending my money. Pixar needs to step up its game. It either needs to get better writers and better creative people behind these projects, or it seriously needs to go back to the drawing board and think, what are we doing? When DreamWorks is doing better than you, when Sony Animation is doing better than you, you know you have a problem. Pixar was once the kings of this space, and yeah, they have fallen off big time because I'm struggling right now to even think of anything to talk about with this trailer. Like afterwards, I walked away feeling bored, feeling very forgetful of what I've just saw. But I thought, you know what, I've got enough material to make a quick trailer breakdown. And then as I started to record this, I could not remember anything. I've watched the trailer again, and same thing, I've forgotten everything I've watched within 2 minutes, and then I've gone to put it on again, and I just couldn't even finish the trailer. I saw the Avatar joke, and I was like, nope. Yeah, the designs for the characters are uninspired. The animation is uninspired. The story is uninspired. This is a complete boring waste of time trailer. It did nothing for the film. It did nothing to get me intrigued. It did nothing to get me excited. I've seen no positive things about this trailer online. It is pure garbage, and it is pure boredom. Again, that is the only thing. I can't even say it's just bad because it doesn't look shit. It looks boring, and that is worse, in my opinion. A forgetful, boring film is 10 times worse than something dog shit. So unfortunately, quick video because I have nothing to say. I am so embarrassed to say this, but Pixar is completely cringe now. It's boring. Pixar has become boring. They release nothing. They used to be the innovators of great film in animation, and now when you hear of a Pixar film coming out, yeah, nobody cares unless it's a sequel, and even then people get scared. Pixar's lost that reputation. Will they get it back in the future? Who knows? Right now, definitely not, and Hoppers is not doing anything for them. Hopefully the second trailer revitalizes my interest in this film, because as I say, I love the premise. However, I don't see that happening. So yeah, take care.